Kelly, the Wuwu Woman. I am a fashion designer, Reiki healer, and I make scalar energy devices, otherwise known as Orgone or orgonite. And I feel like a lot of my friends don't really understand these weird pyramids I'm making, and they just have been curious but haven't taken the time to really delve in and research. So I just thought I'd do a short video and explain a little bit to you guys. So how I got into this is last year I was listening to a podcast, and this girl who makes orgonite was talking about it and saying all these wonderful things it could do, and I thought, wow, that sounds really amazing and interesting, but I'm a bit skeptical. Well, it turns out that you can buy the smaller pieces for fairly cheap, so I purchased a couple pieces to give it a go. And I'm an empath, I'm an energy sensitive, so Wi-Fi and electronics and things like that really affect me and had been affecting my sleep. I had insomnia for years and I just couldn't figure it out. Well, after putting just a small pyramid and tower buster in my home, immediately I started sleeping through the night, and I was like, wow, this is so amazing. This has cured a problem for me I've had for years. And I told my partner, like, I'm really excited about these pyramids. I want more. And he's like, well, we should make them. We're both artists. So we kind of got into making them. And it's something I've continued doing. I love it so much. And I want to share it with you guys. So basically, let's talk about subtle energy first. So everything around us is energy. We are energy. Humans have an energy field that protects us called our aura. And when we interact with other people, that's an energy exchange. That's why, as was detailed in James Redfield's book, The Celestine Prophecy, when you're talking with people and interacting with people, and maybe someone is feeling low and they are mean to you or say something cutting and you feel drained, it's an energy exchange. They're stealing your energy. And so we need to just learn how to maintain our own energy fields for our own health and well-being, so we don't have to do that to people. And so we can have a healthy, happy time in our surroundings. So I got into orgonite because with subtle energy is included all this electronic soup around us with Wi-Fi, our cell phones. It puts out these invisible signals in the air that's not compatible with the human energy field. And so that's why, for example, I had insomnia because I'm particularly sensitive to it. But even if you're not sensitive to it, it can still affect you. There's evidence actually that this can cause cancer. So it's really not healthy for us, all the exposure to Wi-Fi and electronics we have, right? So people have become very accustomed to their cell phones and their conveniences, and they don't want to give them up. So the only thing I have found that works to protect yourself is these scalar energy devices that I started making in the form of these pyramids. This technology was discovered by Wilhelm Reich, and he discovered that by layering organic and inorganic energy, it creates a scalar wave that has healing benefits, and he actually healed people of cancer and other ailments in his boxes. And the FDA did not like that, threw him in jail. He died in prison. And they burned his books and tried to hide the knowledge from us, but it's come out in the German translations. And in the 1990s, a man named Carl Wells invented what is called orgonite. It's a trademark term that he trademarked. And he found that when you cast metal shavings or powder in resin, it creates what's called the Casimir effect, which takes this dead energy and filters it into a more positive energy, and then the addition of crystals amplifies this energy and can also restructure energy and add its own healing properties. So with the combination of metals, such as metal shavings, metal powders, compressed in a polyester or epoxy resin with crystals, it creates this scalar energy wave that actually there are Stanford studies that say it can have healing properties. I began making these charging discs for my water and food. I charge all of my drinking water in this, and I've noticed a significant improvement in my health. I'm giving these away as gifts for my family this holiday season because I feel like our body, if it's true that this energy can get our cells moving and have this healing effect on us, and our bodies are made of water, it can only benefit us to put it in our drinking water. And I've had great results with it. Of course, this is all supplemental to seeing, your regular doctor, hopefully an ethical one. But it's exciting that there are tools we have to help ourselves. And part 2 of my video, since my cell phone only lets me record so much. Anyway, so we've established what orgonite is. It is devices that are handmade by artisans like myself, and they're easy to make. If you want to make them, I have instructions on my website. And it's this technology that emits a scalar energy that has healing benefits. It puts out a negative ionization. I have evidence also that it can repel pollution from geoengineering. We all know that they're spraying the skies for whatever reasons they tell us they're doing it. I don't quite believe them. I think it's just inherently harmful to spray chemicals into the air that we breathe, which then goes into the soil to grow the food that we eat, goes into the waterways for the water we drink. I just don't think there's any way you can slice it that would convince me that that's healthy in any way, but they're doing it. So this is, again, a tool we can use to protect ourselves. I have evidence that it can repel the pollution. I had heard that it can do this. I'm like, that sounds crazy. How do I prove it? So having a lot of these devices on my property, I figured, let's get my rainwater tested. And a friend of mine who did not at the time have any on his property got his rainwater tested. We live several miles apart, but in the same general area of the country. We experience the same spraying. We keep track of it. And it turns out that his rainwater sample had 42 times more aluminum in it. So, of course, more testing needs to be done, but that's very exciting. It shows that having a lot of this energy around can protect us from pollution and the damage that the corporate polluters are doing to us. So anyway, I sell these larger pyramids, but you can also, if you're on a budget, get great effects by having a small ziggurat or a tower buster. Put one in your bedroom by where you sleep. Put one by your computer box. It's recommended to grid these outside of your home. And you'll have a tool to protect yourself against harmful EMFs and pollution. And this energy also seems to be healthy for all life. I've noticed increased plant growth in my garden. I have gifted this to waterways that the water level has inexplicably risen with no rain, and there was a significant increase in plant growth. So I definitely think this is something very exciting that I want to share with everybody, because I think whether you know it or not, you need this. Thank you.